Jack Carr's Targeted, Beirut, the 1983 Marine barracks bombing and the untold origin story of the War on Terror, is a sobering, meticulously researched, and emotionally charged account of one of the most devastating terrorist attacks against American forces overseas. Carr, a former Navy SEAL turned best-selling author, blends investigative detail with narrative intensity to recount the bombing of the U.S. Marine barracks in Beirut, Lebanon on October 23, 1983. This attack killed 241 American service members and marked a turning point in modern terrorism, foreshadowing the decades-long struggle against extremist violence that would later be known as the War on Terror. The book begins with Carr's central thesis. The Beirut barracks bombing was not just a tragic event, but the beginning of a new era in global conflict. He insists that the attack revealed vulnerabilities in U.S. foreign policy, military posture, and intelligence, while also emboldening extremist groups who saw the withdrawal of American forces as a victory. His narrative is infused with urgency and precision, seeking to capture both the horror of the attack and the lessons it holds for today. A central theme of the book is the evolution of terrorism as a global threat. Carr explains how the bombing, carried out by militants linked to Hezbollah and supported by Iran, demonstrated the effectiveness of suicide attacks against powerful nations. He shows how this tactic, once shocking, became a hallmark of extremist violence in the decades that followed. His reflections highlight the paradox of power. Even the strongest military can be vulnerable to unconventional warfare. The narrative is enriched with vivid accounts of the attack itself. Carr describes the early morning explosion, the devastation of the barracks, and the chaos that followed. He recounts the bravery of survivors, the anguish of families, and the shock that reverberated to the United States. His storytelling blends military detail with human emotion, ensuring that readers grasp both the scale and the intimacy of the tragedy. Carr also explores the broader context of U.S. involvement in Lebanon. He reflects on the complexities of Middle Eastern politics, the fragile balance of sectarian conflict, and the challenges of peacekeeping in a volatile region. His narrative shows how the bombing exposed the limits of American power and the dangers of intervention without clear strategy. The book is enriched with portraits of key figures. Carr describes the Marines stationed in Beirut, their daily routines, and their dedication to duty. He recounts the decisions of policymakers in Washington, the intelligence assessments that failed to anticipate the attack, and the militants who carried it out. He portrays each figure with nuance, showing how individual choices intersected with global forces. Stylistically, Carr writes with clarity and intensity. His prose is vivid, blending investigative detail with narrative suspense. He avoids sensationalism, focusing instead on accuracy and empathy. His tone is urgent yet respectful, inviting readers to reflect on the meaning of sacrifice and the costs of war. The climax of the book lies in Carr's portrayal of the aftermath. The bombing led to the withdrawal of U.S. forces from Lebanon, a decision that many saw as a signal of weakness. Carr argues that this moment emboldened extremist groups, setting the stage for future attacks against American interests. His portrayal is both sobering and inspiring, affirming his central message that understanding the past is essential for confronting the future. In resolution, Targeted Beirut affirms Carr's reputation as a master of military storytelling. His book is both a chronicle and a warning, offering readers a framework for understanding the origins of the War on Terror and the lessons of Beirut. For readers, the book is both heartbreaking and enlightening. It challenges assumptions about military power, provides insight into the evolution of terrorism, and offers hope for those seeking to understand resilience in the face of tragedy. Whether you were drawn to military history, geopolitics, or human drama, Carr's work is essential reading.